Hi everyone, and happy trimester 2. I'm so excited to have you back with us as a CG community. And I'm excited to talk to you all about just some resets that we can do with getting better and ensuring that we are doing our best job possible for not only ourselves, but as a school community to be able to grow, especially when it comes to organization. Now, as soon as your advisor said planners, I know that I heard some eye rolls. Yeah, you can hear an eye roll. And just some like, oh, are we doing this again? And I want to really focus in about yesterday and this idea of habits, and that it takes 21 days of something simple like drinking water to be able to build a habit. But longer term goals are going to take longer time because it's going to take more and more focus for us to feel successful. And one of the main reasons that we stop doing something is because, well, maybe we just don't know how to do it. I know for me, working out is something that I've never ever known how to do and felt successful with. So I didn't really ever prioritize it because if I don't know how to do it, I'm just going to give up. Another really big reason why we fall out of a habit is we forget to do it, whether it's something like taking out the garbage or let's be real, you guys are middle schoolers. I know some of you might even forget to brush your teeth. And for us, as we are developing habits as students, it's really easy for us to forget about things because we have so much going on. A third reason why we fall out of a habit is we don't know how to make it work for ourselves. And we're told this is how you do it. You see other people are really successful, and because you don't feel confident, you'll just stop doing it or give up. And lastly, this is definitely a go-to of mine. When I feel overwhelmed, I'll make excuses of why I'm not going to do it, or I'll just pretend that it doesn't exist anymore. And knowing that these are common things, whether you're a middle school student or a middle school teacher, we are all guilty of giving up or just stop doing things. And it's normal, and we don't need to be ashamed about any of that. So, for me, I have had to figure out systems of organization that work for me. And I actually have to use three, one, two, three systems. The first system you'll see is just I have a daily to-do list that I make for myself. And that way I can cross it off and feel really successful about when I've done that. The second, and it's hanging on my wall right here, is a running to-do list. These are things that I know I have to get done, but it's going to take longer time, or I have a little more, I have a longer due date before it has to be done. And I love the feeling of getting to erase it off of my dry erase board. And then the third thing, some people are going to say they live by their calendar, and I do live by my calendar. However, I live by a paper calendar. And so I also have a planner similar to your digital planner that I write everything down. And you'll notice I also cross things off when I have accomplished it. There's no greater success. And how I build my paper planner is through my online email planner. That way I can stay organized and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Now, for you guys as students, some of you knocked out of the park using our planner in Try 1. Some of us, oh yeah, I used it in some classes. And third of us are like, I don't even know where that link is. I know I went over it with my advisor. I made it in math class. Ugh, I don't know where it is. So we are here to start fresh. And with that fresh also comes back with feedback to make sure we're doing better and better and better so that we can be the best. And you can start to make your own systems as you get older, like Miss Frederick has. Some of the feedback that we got from teachers, students, and families was that, hey, there is just too much going on in this planner. So you'll notice some changes when your teachers have you log into Google Classroom to access your planner. The first one is the home screen is a lot simpler. We simply have taken everything that was on different tabs and we've put them on one weekly page. You have a daily assignment tracker with your family signatures. You have your paycheck tracker, your independent reading book tracker, and we've added a to-do list. But again, it's on one place. That way you don't have to be clicking back and forth between different tabs. So once we go into our first tab, you'll still see we have everything broken down by week. Each day has its own box, and depending on what grade level in, you have your electives and social studies blocked out for you. So the first thing you'll notice is there are in-class assignments and there is homework. As we are getting you high school and college and career ready, we're going to start to see some classes adding homework in addition to your class assignment. Or if you don't finish your class assignment, you will have homework. So let's say for literacy, I have reading analysis for the giver. That was my assignment. However, I did not finish that for homework or in class, so I'm going to put no, and I'm going to simply copy and paste it that I now have homework, and then I'm going to put that it is completed once I have, in fact, finished that for homework. So that's still the same idea, it's just you're going to be able to copy and paste over things that you did not finish. Then on your paycheck tracker, your teachers will still copy and paste your paychecks. It'll just be down below underneath your work. You'll be able to reflect on how many dollars you earned. So for me, let's say I earned $68. The classes that I excelled in, I will type in this yellow box. I excelled in reading because I showed a lot of DYB by being on time, having my camera on, and participating and annotating in the margins when we were practicing that skill. A way I'm going to improve my paycheck, man, I'm still struggling to get to science class on time, and I know it's impacting my grade, and I'm not earning a lot of core value points. So I will improve my paycheck in science by being to class on time. I'm going to do that by setting an alarm on my phone so that I'm not late. Also underneath our daily calendar, you'll notice we have our reading log, and it is in one uniform place. So on Monday, I read 15 minutes. I read 6 pages. The book I'm reading is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and a summary of what I read. I will go here. I don't want to ruin Harry Potter, so I'm not going to give you a summary. Then, as we go all the way to the end of the week, you'll notice that your families, let's fix this real quick, only have to complete one checkbox a week rather than a daily checkbox. We know your families have work that they're also trying to do, and so one check mark is saying that they have checked your planner, they're seeing your homework, your to-do list, all of that, and that you are reading and completing your paychecks. And last but not least, this is my favorite part of the planner, and that is our to-do list. Sometimes we are sick, sometimes we have to go to a dentist, and we are absent and we fall behind. So this will be a place for you to update and stay on track of all of the things that you have either to finish or coming up ahead. So I know for reading, I need to sign up for tutoring because I was absent because I had to go to the dentist. Classwork, I'm all caught up on. Homework, I need to read 30 minutes of my IRB because I didn't get any reading done 2 days ago. So I want to make sure I get caught up. Once that's finished, I'll be able to check that box that I'm all caught up. Another way we can use this checklist is when I'm meeting with my advisor. Miss Williams could say, hey, Sarah, I noticed that you are missing an assignment in social studies. You are missing the map analysis of Europe. You need to complete that. And Sarah, when do you want to complete that? Miss Williams, I want to have that done by this Friday. So we will put due by December 4th. Once this is completed, I'll be able to check off that I was able to do that map analysis, and Ms. Williams can see I have done my work. So we know that we have improvements to do, but hopefully having everything in a one-stop shop for you will make everything easier for you. In addition, you will start to see your teachers consistently using their first three as a place for you to update your planners of both your homework and your assignments so that you can stay on top of your work and not feel like you are falling behind. And remember, the key to not giving up on any system is asking for help or being able to brainstorm with your advisor to make this system work for you. And in this 21-day challenge, let's make sure that we are completing our work in class. That way we don't fall behind. Can't wait to see you guys soon and have a great day, Hornet.